going back to what we're talking about, like how people did the 60s and the 70s, kids grew up with posters and heroes like Neil Armstrong. They were people with actually contributing factors into society.
Yeah.
The scientists, the astronauts, race car drivers, like people with actual real world skills were the people we idolized. Now, all these kids want to be famous. They idolize people who got famous for getting naked on a video that got leaked on the internet. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like values have come so far.
Yeah.
No longer do we idolize the scientists and the athletes and people at the top, at the peak of the human physical and mental abilities.
Yeah. People that have character, people that have actually accomplished something great.
I would say accomplishment.
Yeah. It's accomplishment. But I think the other thing we have to look at too is when many years ago we idolized these people for accomplishments, but we didn't necessarily look at the character of all these people. Now I think the character has decayed more and more throughout time, right? Like the people we idolized in the 50s and 60s maybe did have more character. I don't know. I wasn't alive then, but I feel like that character is also decayed, and we have to, as we are looking at these people as role models or as idols, so to speak. Are we looking at the character that they have too? Is that something we want to be? Maybe they're great baseball players, but do they have character?
It depends if they've been canceled or not, right? So throw another variable in there. Throw another variable in there with our tech age that nothing ever disappears. And
it seems like people with good character nowadays are the ones being canceled.
Oh yeah, God forbid you mistype something in a tweet when you were 16 or 17, or you said something mean to somebody. I'm not a fan of being mean. I think everybody should treat everybody else with respect and be a nice person.
There's a bumper sticker for that.
Yeah. But do I look back and be like, I have no idea what I said when I was 16 or 17?
No.
Thank God that Twitter wasn't around or anything like that. I probably said something stupid in college, but hopefully not offensive or anything like career ending. But to be able to go back and say like, oh gosh, when you were 30 years old, or when you 30 years ago when you were 15, you said this. You're a bad person. You don't deserve all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, what a load of just BS, because you're taking away anybody's ability to grow, to learn,
to make mistakes. You have to make mistakes to grow.
And you have to learn from mistakes, right? I'm always like a big proponent of that. Like, mistakes are cool, just don't repeat them.
Right.
Too many times.
Learn from it.
Learn from it. Grow from it. Right. If somebody goes on and says something terrible, and it's just like, wow. Okay, that's your opinion. It's free speech. That's the beauty of this nation. But not giving them a chance to learn. I mean, why the hell do we even have a prison system if that's going to be the case?
Well, that's a whole other conversation.
The principle of rehabilitation, right? Doesn't always work out that way. But even if we're saying, like, our most violent people are saying, like, look, you have a chance to go get rehab, but yet we're not going to let somebody be 15 or 16, be a teenager anymore. I mean, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do when my kids are teenagers, and it's just like, gosh, I'm going to have my boy say, like, if you ever take a girl out, make sure you have it in written agreement that it's okay to hold hands, or it's okay to, kiss. Like, I don't know what parents do these days when they have that. There's so much just crap out there. I think people have just lost their minds.
Yeah, well,